On the morning of November 11th, 1918, at exactly 5:00 a.m., a historic meeting took place in a forest clearing near Compiègne, France. Inside a simple railway carriage, representatives of the Allied powers and Germany gathered, faced with the monumental task of ending one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. The setting was humble, but the significance was profound. French Marshal Ferdinand Foch, the commander of the Allied armies, led the negotiations with his characteristic sternness and resolve. After weeks of intense negotiations, driven by the crumbling morale of the German forces, domestic unrest in Germany, and relentless pressure from the advancing Allied armies, the moment had finally arrived. The terms of the armistice were harsh and uncompromising. They demanded an immediate cessation of all military operations, the withdrawal of German forces from occupied territories, and the surrender of vast amounts of military equipment. Foch made it abundantly clear this armistice was not just a pause in the fighting. It was a decisive step towards peace. Exactly 6 hours after signing, at 11:00 a.m., the guns fell silent across Europe. A deafening quiet replaced the thunder of artillery that had raged for over 4 years. The Great War, which had reshaped borders, toppled empires, and claimed millions of lives, had come to an end. News of the armistice spread like wildfire, igniting celebrations in Allied nations. People flooded the streets, embracing, dancing, and singing, their joy unrestrained. For others, however, it was a moment of somber reflection, a time to mourn the enormous loss and devastation that the war had wrought. In the aftermath, the world took a collective breath, and an eerie silence settled over the battlefields where so many had fought and fallen. The Allies and Germany would soon convene in Versailles to negotiate a final peace settlement, but on this day, November 11th, 1918, the world paused to acknowledge the end of a cataclysmic conflict. Armistice Day would be remembered as a pivotal moment in history, a day when humanity glimpsed the possibility of peace after years of relentless warfare. It marked not just the end of World War I, but the beginning of a long, arduous road to recovery and reconciliation. So the next time you hear the clock chime 11:00 a.m. on November 11th, take a moment to reflect on the significance of that silence. Remember the sacrifices, the hopes and the dreams of those who lived through that tumultuous time, because on that day, over a century ago, the guns fell silent and the world dared to hope for peace once more.